Welcome back to OPTCG Central, your hub for all things One Piece card game related. Before we dive in, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell. It really helps us bring you more One Piece TCG matches and more.
It's not a top 3 Luffy deck right now. So here we are off and rolling. It looks like Jan goes first with Bonney, gets a Don, does nothing. And then we've got, I'm sorry, I'm going to need help with some of these names. But we've got Thijs, who is going to be going straight away here. And we've got Upper Yard coming out.
We did have stage, so no Shura turn 1. That's the sad part for the Kalgara, because he definitely wants to search for Holy as soon as possible for his 4 Dawn turn, and afterwards he can, well, he just wants to get the Kalgara 8k body or 6k body as soon as possible. Here we go, we do have it.
Okay, we got the 6 cost Kalgara. It's the one that draws, which is very, very nice. A really good option to put out using your leader skill when you've got that 6 Don. Remember, Kalgara can put out an extra character equal to or less than the Don if you're willing to take a life after you do so. And Shandian Warrior. We get 2 Don coming onto the Bonney, a tentative 7k swing. Oh, well, it does go through, but it does lead to a Shura coming out, which has a trigger that plays the card, which can then go and do the search. So we whiff the Shura turn 1, Ruben, but then we got off a trigger on our opponent's turn straight after.
He knew it, he knew it. Do we find Holy for our 2nd turn? That's the most important here.
Yeah, 4 Dom playing Ohm, and then hopefully that gets you a Holly. Well, it is a Wiper, which is not, unfortunately, what we're looking for. Which I still believe that's the... Is that the 4 cost or the 5 cost?
That was the 5 cost, so...
Oh, not the one you want. Not right this second, anyway.
Well, he can essentially on his 6 Dawn turn, he can play the 5 cost, 1 Dawn on leader, swing, and play another 5 cost as well. Or the 6 cost if he has it, of course. So I guess that is still decent for the Kalgara so far.
We absolutely can still work. Right, here we go. Here's the Ohm. Do we hit a Holly off of it? If you do, you can play it immediately. If you don't, you can still play a Holly if you've got one in your hand. Did we hit? Looks like we whiffed off of the search. But is there a Holly already in hand?
Yes.
Yes, there is. Didn't even need the search. That's a combo you kept talking about. Of course, if you hit the Holly off the search, then you don't get a -1 in hand. But better than whiffing. 2 bodies on the board. And that means that Thijs can start putting some real pressure on as Cavendish comes down from Jan.
This is the turn that I was talking about, that if the Kalgara has Zeus, then Kalgara is in a very, very good spot.
We're countering out of the swing. I did not get a good enough look at their hand to see whether they've got Zeus. We get 2 more of those Marco Don being played out. Question is, do we have the Zeus? Looks like we're paying 1 Don. At least one's been put off to the side there.
That's for
then
leader.
we're having... Yeah. Okay, that is going on to the leader.
Yep. Doing leader is just so good here. You are able to take a life, so I think he's at 2 right now, if I see it correctly.
I believe so.
At 2 is also activating your Ohm ability, so Ohm is from now on a 6k body.
Which is kind of awesome. Kalgara, of course, you get a life which draws a card, and then you get to draw a card. Might be 3 life left, you know, for Thijs there. It might be 3. Being colorblind makes things a lot more difficult, I'm going to be honest with you. They need to really separate them out for me.
Well, I can't see it either very well. Maybe it might be 3, yes, indeed.
I think it's 3. I think it's 3-3 at this point. So there's a swing with Ohm without the extra boost because you're not 2 or less life. A lot of cards in hand for Jan here. I'm just going to counter out using that Tashigi. Here's 5 cost. It's not for the Zeus, though. It is for the Wiper, which you did call might be a good idea on this turn. Basically, you bottom deck Upper Yard, and then it's very much like the Ohm combination with Holly, search for an upper yard, and then play an upper yard. But you don't have to play the one you searched, and it seems like got the vanilla Kalgara there.
That's
it's a upper yard or Shandy and Warrior. My apologies. Yep. It's gone and searched out the Kalgara, the vanilla.
Yep. But that's really good for him having the refill, spreading his board, because we do know that Bonney, once you're tapping your characters, Bonney can play cards like Carrots, 10 cost Doflamingo, and so on and so on. And that is what makes this matchup so hard. Like, here is the Carrot, and this Ohm won't active. Well, I guess he takes Ohm because that's essentially a 6k the upcoming turn.
Yeah, I guess rested down. Now we see a swing with a Cavendish, just with one Don on there. And it looks like Holly is going to be going down from the Cavendish. Either didn't have the counter or wasn't willing to put it on. We now see a swing with the Bonney leader. Naked swing there, just a 5k, a tentative swing. Just basically saying to your, okay, and we see another Holly. But again, it's cards being lost from hand. And then we see that Searcher Bonney coming down.
And we do see an 8 cost kit. And Bonney still have a lot of cards in hand. This might be... This is the card that will turn this matchup. 8 cost kit is super good in this matchup, so let's find out what Kalgara can do.
It's going to get annoying if they can't get it off the board quickly. We're up to 8 Don here for, I want to say, Thijs. And then, of course, that Ohm will not be restanding. Carrot is going to make sure of that. We've still got Shura, we've got Wiper, we've got the Kalgara. Nolan might be fun here if you've got it to start recovering life. But right now we're going to see cheeky little swing. We see the Kalgara coming down, the big... Oh, it's that Kalgara leader skill. There we go.
And 8k body for only 1 Don seems fair.
Yeah, I'm down with that. That works for me. The question is, you know, what we saw very nice from the Kalgara in the earlier round was doing this and then following it up with a Nolan with your Don, but rather than your leader skill, to kind of replace that Don that you just took. Otherwise, you're just going a little bit low, and the only character that really wants you to be lower on Don is on life is rested anyway, so you're not getting any real advantage from being lower on life. Do we have a Nolan we might be able to play? We're swinging with Kalgara.
Yeah.
That's going to take the
Bonney
line.
just taking everything because they do have that 8 cost kit in hand. They are not even looking at their hand on how many counters they have. They will take every single life now just so they can protect the 8 cost kit.
And there is that Nolan I mentioned, did come down, did get that life recovered, so we did get that combo we're used to, putting back up to 3 life, and I think you might be right here. I think we're eyeing up that 8 cost kid, Ruben. This would help.
But knowing that he has the 8 cost kit was a very good argument not to go to the leader of Bonney and swinging on the Cavendish to ask either to... Yeah, so Cavendish would leave the board, or that they have to ditch cards from hand. Now they have and the Cavendish and the Carrot and the 8 cost kit with a lot of cards in hand. So it looks really, really good for the Bonney side right now.
We do see a swing with Cavendish. That's going to activate 2 Don. We also see that lovely wanted poster, that is the 8 cost Captain Kid, that is down, that is on the board here. So things are starting to ramp up in a way which is going to get very uncomfortable for our Kalgara player here, because we're going to start seeing a lot more cards that aren't coming up.
We did see also a blocker in hand for the Bonney, so we can't even put our 8 cost kit behind the blocker as well.
We did see a counter out of that swing there, just with that Kalgara out of hand. Protecting your life a little bit. You've still got 3 life. There is recovery potential. Here we see a swing with the Bonney leader. 6k. Kalgara counter comes down. Now we get the wanted, the kid with obviously... Oh, and here's a nice combo. So it's the Don on the kid to activate the skill, but then a Koshiro coming down as well. Not as good a protection as something like the Tashigi, for instance, but I think it's still going to help.
It's better. In this case, it's better than Tashigi.
Well, it's a blocker.
Because it's a blocker, yes. Otherwise, the Kalgara would swing 18k onto Kit with their 6-cost Kalgara, and then the Kit didn't do anything, but now...
Oh, we see Zeus. We like Zeus. Zeus is going to take down... Oh, it is that Koshiro. So Zeus coming in, absolute clutch. We didn't even really finish talking about how good Koshiro was before Zeus came down and took out Koshiro. Which I think backs up how good Koshiro is.
I think I would put all my dons on the Kalgara. Oh, he decides not to.
On there. Just an 8 into an 8, so any counter will do here. And it is going to be resting down the other Kalgara, using that leader skill on the Bonney.
Asking how many cards in hand.
Yeah, and the good one-piece players, you see what deck they're playing, you see how many cards they got in hand. You can make a decent, not perfect, but a decent approximation of how much counter they're likely to have access to, so you can plan out your turns a little bit better. See what they've played, see how many cards they've got in hand, knowing their deck and their approximate deck list. You will, it's not an exact thing, but you will be able to have a rough idea of how much counter they should have, and that can help you to plan exactly the attacks that are going to be coming out. Question is, does Thijs have any way to get through this 8-cost Captain Kid right now? We didn't go for the 10 Don on the Kalgara, gigantic swing, even after taking out the Koshiro using Zeus.
Yeah, I'm very surprised. I'm very curious what the game plan is. They have a zillion cards in hand, so you're asking one case?
It's a little swing from Noland with 1 Don on there. So it's not, again, it's one that's going to be, it's a 7k swing. It's should be easy enough to get rid of if you want to. Especially with a hand like that. There goes the Tashigi. That's going to counter that one out.
It gives it 2k. That's a lot.
Well, now we get the swing from the Ohm, and another Tashigi goes down there. But if nothing else, Thijs is doing a good job of kind of running through, getting some of those resources out of hand, but not actually getting anything through here. Now we're going to see an 8k swing with a leader. We do counter it with a... Is that a Bonney? Or is that, no, that's a Pedro again.
Yeah, so he decided to spread his Don. However, if you are spreading your Don like this to swing onto Kit, you are basically working from behind for at least 3 of your swings, because your 6-cost Kalgara is also an 8k, so you start 8 against 8. But your Ohm, Holy, and your leader are 5 and 6, so the first 2 Don, or 3 Don that you have to attach, are basically lost. And that's why I would have liked to see a very big swing with Kalgara. And if you swing like, it would have been 16k, you're asking the Bonney player to at least have 9k counter. If they have the 9k counter, I guess, yeah, we would have lost anyway. But
no,
now...
I think I agree with what you're saying. If your goal, if your objective is get Kid off the board, that might be your best way to do it, especially after you've dropped Zeus to take care of the blocker that would have spoiled your plan. But we did see the Mihawk come down. We've seen swings from the Cavendish and now from the Carrot. So get Don back. We're resting somebody down with Carrot. We are countering with Shura out of that second swing, though. So nothing's going through yet.
Yeah. Big problem is that from now on, our 8k body is being freezed by the Carrot.
And that means that anything going over Kid is going to get more difficult. El Thor comes down. We are seeing more swings and Jan here. Now we get a second Carrot. This is where things go from bad to worse, because now essentially every turn there are going to be 2 characters that are rested down and not activating during the refresh phase. This is actually potentially pretty devastating for Thijs here.
Now Kalgara really needs to think, because now there is again a blocker. Last turn you had a very good shot on killing that 8-cost kid because you had the Zeus for the Koshiro, but now there is an 8-cost Mihawk. So even if you want to swing, now your max swing would be 16. Yeah, then you just have a Mihawk blocking it.
Yep, you can't do the one big swing anymore because there is just a blocker who will be there. We're seeing swings from Thijs. We're seeing counters by Jan. Not big swings, not big counters. Just kind of whittling away cards in each other's hand. The problem is, you look at the board right now and you look at Jan's side with that Bonney deck and you've got the kid established. You've got your Mihawk blocker. You've got Cavendish getting Dom back. You've got 2 Carrot resting down cards and keeping them rested. And honestly, that is about as good a board of 5 cards as you are going to see. Whereas on the other side,
This
you know,
is a
things like
9K swing? Yeah.
I think that is, yes, but it's been counted out of. It's lacking that little bit of bulk. We see an upper yard come down. But you've made the point yourself, Ruben, that we're just not seeing big swings coming down from Kalgara. And you need a big swing to get through first Mihawk and then Kid.
Yeah, I think that's where we lost the game during this game, is that the turn that we used Zeus and that we could swing very big onto the Bonney, that we decided to go 4 8s. Of course, it is asking 4 cards, but you saw the Bonney take life very aggressively. So there were 2 options. Do you think the Bonney is taking life very aggressively because they don't have any counter, or is it because they have that 8-cost kit in hand? And we did see that they have an 8-cost kit in hand. So, and
see a swing from the Carrot here, but and see what it is, the Ohm that is being rested down. But I agree with you. You know, we knew that we had that information. We knew it was in hand. So, no, absolutely. We see a swing with a Cavendish again with 1 Don under it. Looks like that is going to force Thijs to take a life there. We see Bonney with 2 Don under. Could still have 2 more swings after this with the Mihawk and the Kid. We've got 7k leader swing for now.
And at least 10k coming as well from the kit. Well, at least a 9, I would say. The extra Don I won't clarify just yet, but
and then we can see 9 from the Mihawk and 9 from the Kid if we wanted. It seems, and it was a life down. So here we see a swing with the Kid. And it looks like we've got enough for now, but then surely did Mihawk come down this turn? Can we swing with Mihawk? I think we can. 10k Mihawk swing. Or did it come down this turn?
Oh, really weird that it doesn't. I guess he is like, I will never lose this game if I just pass. However, even if the Kalgara could counter out, that would mean a full hand with 2 bodies rested. And yeah, I did told you guys that Zeus is a very, very strong 2k, but Zeus won't win the game here.
No, unfortunately, you've only got Zeus and your Kalgara leader with which to swing. So you see a 9k leader swing. We are playing... Oh. What have we just played? Remind me.
4-cost Wiper.
Thank you, it is a 4-cost wipe. Oh, of course it is. Of course it is. Sorry, it's looking at it from a weird angle. Regardless, there is a 4-cost wiper that just got played, but I don't think it's going to... This is the one that gets you your upper yard and potentially replays an upper yard, but that's not really getting you much closer to winning the game here, unfortunately. And this is potentially a problem. Now, we do get an event from there. The Earth will not lose. Which is a 3k counter, I suppose. But we do see, and yeah, we counter out. We rest down the Zeus using the Bonney leader skill. And there is the fist bump. There is no way back. Kalgara won first time on stream, but not again. Jan and Bonney take this. A round 6 victory here. And Bonney showing once again that deck will not go away.
Bonney really good, and actually it was only one card that decided this game, and that was that 8-cost kit. That 8-cost kit soloed Kalgara basically. It's just so good if they can't deal with it, and Kalgara just doesn't have a very easy way to clear it. Other decks have like a lot of swings or